Now, following an accord for Venezuelans, the United States has told Mexico that it will consider granting humanitarian access for migrants of other nationalities as well. And this, of course, is an attempt to try and contain record number of illegal crossings at the US-Mexico border. Our next report gets you more details.
Stranded Venezuelan migrants worry they might never pass through an immigration office, like this one in Mexico, to reach the United States. That's after a deal between the U.S. and Mexico this week sought to cap a sharp increase in crossings. Under the new plan, 24,000 Venezuelans would be granted access to the United States by air, but applicants must have U.S.-based sponsors. Venezuelan migrant Leonesi Castillo told Reuters he and others were deported by officials after crossing into the United States.
They've requested that we have a relative who has been living in the U.S. for over 4 or 5 years. It's unfair. We want a response. We're in Mexico. We have run out of money. We have had our bags stolen. Shelters don't take us in. We're stranded in the street. Nobody wants to help us.
The bilateral deal has enabled U.S. officials to expel to Mexico those caught trying to cross illegally by land. And according to 2 U.S. officials, up to 1,000 Venezuelans could be expelled per day. Before the agreement was reached, Venezuelans who crossed illegally into the United States were often allowed to stay while seeking asylum because it was difficult to send them back to Venezuela or Mexico. Migrant shelters in Mexico's Ciudad Juarez are overbooked, according to director Father Javier Calvillo, who says the new deal will only make the problem worse.
The 38-40 shelters are overbooked right now. So, with this situation, such an agreement will worsen it as more migrants will gather. And don't forget violence, kidnappings, and all sorts of difficult situations here. So, honestly, it seems like officials have reached agreements in offices that benefit their own interests.
This year alone, tens of thousands of Venezuelans have left their troubled country for Mexico to get to the United States. Many others remain en route, and the new plan's entry quota has fueled concern it could spark a humanitarian crisis.